one, we await your orders. You need but to ask it of us, and it shall be done.
The most enjoyable thing now might be taking over the world.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reaction. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Overlord. Where last time...
What happened last time, Griff?
What did happen last time? Last time, I think it was an episode called The Blue Roses that featured one of them sitting at a table once for one scene.
Yeah, I don't think, what is her name? The one that wears the mask.
Gosh, it dropped right out of my head. We were talking about it last time, and we're like, oh yeah, she's definitely, like, the intelligent one, right?
She got a name that, like, evokes the thought of, like, looking at things. Is she, like, baleful
Look-see.
glare, or...
Maybe.
something gaze? Something like that. It has a name evocative of looking at things in a way.
I'm sure the episode descriptions might
Well, not if she wasn't in the episode.
Oh gosh, you're right.
But
yeah.
oh yeah, that's the thing that we do now. Why don't you read the description of last episode? In the way that Overlord does.
So let's see what we got. I gotta find them first, of course.
I seem to recall you doing it once before, and it being several paragraphs.
The Lord of the Rings, I believe we called it. So let's see,
Well,
Blue Roses.
More specifically, the Lord of the Rings ending. That you keep thinking it's over. But there's one more thing. Oh, I thought you
There
added
it
up.
is.
Okay. I was like, do
No,
I need to fill in some more?
I was trying to find it on the page itself, and there's so much text. All right, are you ready for Lord of the Rings?
I'm settled in.
Right. As Ainz reviews the New World finances, he finds it difficult to manage funds for the Lizardmen's budget and undercover Nazaric agents. Narabel, as Nabe, comes to Ainz and regards the various ore samples he had brought to do an appraisal experiment on the exchange box to see which ores from where yields the most gold. He gives Nabe all the money he has left, reminding her to be covert and pleasant to humans for their cover, and silently frets on financial woes. Elsewhere, Klein is given a sparring session by Gazif, who informs Klein of Ainz Al Ghul, having saved his life, for the young bodyguard to remember. After the spar, Gazif notes that Vice Chief, that Klein's power cannot go past that of a gold rank adventure, and his efforts will not change that, but he can still learn from experience. Across the way, Gazif sees Prince Zanek, talking with Marquise Raven, likely forming an alliance despite the kingdom's factions, as Raven is an opportunist. Meeting with Princess Renair, Klein is introduced to the Blue Roses leader, Lachius Eilvin. Dale Andrea, along with one of the Blue Roses' twin assassins, Tina. Under Renair's guidance, they learn the code and discover the Black Dust Crop is really a list of locations of important Eight Fingers in the capital. One location is not listed. It is an underground brothel in the capital, and the Blue Roses bring Klein to investigate alongside with them. However, remembering a nobleman's daughter serves as one of the Renner's maids, they worry that their plans have been uncovered. Meanwhile, Sebas has Tare serve as the maid of the manor he and Solution are using as cover to better sell that identity, but are later found by Succulent, an Eight Fingers agent, and Constable Staffan Havish. Oh, that's who that guy was. The two ask for compensation for Sebas' purchasing Tare despite the anti-slave laws, so as to be pardoned for his crime. Permitting Sebas 2 days to think over their proposal, the two take their leave. As Sebas goes on a walk to clear his mind, Solution messages Ainz to inform if Sebas may have been compromised. Are you just drinking like a whole salt tin there or something? What is that? Oh, okay, there you go.
No, trying to mock somebody like popcorn one hand and drinking the other.
Oh, it's good, it's good.
But did the hobbits ever return to the Shire?
Well, actually, you see in the extended cut, they go back and see that, what's his name again? I need to remember Saruman actually has gone back to the Shire to take it over with some orcs, and he's without his magical powers anymore for some reason. So he gets beaten up by a bunch of hobbits and then kicked out.
I mean, I've heard that before. I don't know why. Why would you just, like, I was gonna take over the world, but I guess the Shire is good enough.
I think it's the fact that he lost literally everything trying to defeat Helm's Deep.
I mean, it'd be like at the height of World War
Oh,
II.
and then the Ents destroyed his entire home.
I say it'd be like at the height of World War II, and then suddenly deciding, you know what, the world, nah, I don't care about it. How about North Dakota?
North Dakota has it coming.
It thinks it's so much better than the other Dakota. Like
How could it dare to be such a rectangle?
I was honestly just really reaching for a joke about being above South Dakota or something like that. I just couldn't get there.
You almost did, though. You almost did. Alright, so at least we know what happened last time. That's basically the sum of it. And this time, I believe we are going to see Sebas start kicking some butts. No, he at least does a fight in the street and adopts some climb, I think.
Well, and
That's what was revealed to
Brain,
us.
I think. If memory serves.
Oh yeah, he's there too.
Brain observes the fight, and they both are like, "Wow, this guy's good," and I'm dealing with some real trauma issues where I need to be better.
I think in the end, when the finale happens here, or the pre-finale, where they go to fight the Eight Fingers in their little brothel base or whatever, they definitely bring Climb and Brain with them. So this is introducing that as an idea.
Oh no, I think Climb sees Sebas on his walk right now, today's episode.
Yeah.
Sebas kicking someone's ass, or Climb is fighting somebody, and Sebas just happens to get into a fight in the area.
Nebulously, there is a fight.
And I believe Brian is still hunkered down in the alleyways, so he's just in the area present. It's like when you're setting up a D&D game, right? And you're like, I don't want to make new NPCs. What NPCs do I already have that fit the area? Well, I've got this guy that they've met a couple times, who's now just in the alleys. Makes sense, he could be here. I guess I could use Climb for no reason. I've only ever described him being in the palace, but sure, why not?
Right. It's characters in want of something to do right now, for sure.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's the dungeon master for want of not having to make new people, despite the fact that DM is then going to go on to make tons more new people for no reason.
This is still Overlord.
I know, I just like putting it in the D&D context, the tabletop context of...
Overlord wants you to put it into the tabletop context. It is begging you to do so.
I don't know, I feel like it prefers the Final Fantasy context. I just blanking on what genre of game that is.
MMO?
No. There's only, I would say 2. I don't know if the first one still exists. There's only one Final Fantasy MMO. I'm saying there's like 20... Oh god, there's more. There's like 50 Final Fantasy games. Only one of them is an MMO, Griff.
Right.
I guess JRPG, but
yeah.
Video game context. Not the JRPG that we've never tried for some reason. I've read them before. There's plenty of them out there. They're just way more complicated than early edition D&D stuff.
It would definitely be fun to take a look and see what inspirations have been taken. I'd be down to take a look at that at some point.
Well, I know it's not the biggest one, but I think the most populous one that's reached our side is the one that's actually based on an anime. It's either that or it's the other way around. That the anime was made based on the tabletop game, in which case it's the most successful version of the D&D cartoon. But that was it. The end of something. It's the one that's like a giant war. Fantasy setting. It's a war. It's not Escaflowne. Hey,
Well, we'll
Griff.
figure that mystery out later.
Hey, Griff. Just start talking about something real quick.
Start talking about something. Well, what's a fun thing that's happening here? So, city design. I think as far as Overlord goes, like, I think it's actually gotten really good, or at least has demonstrated that it's really good at, like, showing off, like, a city as being larger than it is, of having, like, these nice designs, and, like, feeling like they're
Record of Lodos
interesting
War.
and good places. Record of Lodos War.
Yeah, it's a...
I've never heard of that one.
You never heard of that anime?
Nope.
It's got at least, I don't want to say seasons. What do you call it when you have one anime and you don't do a new season, but you do like a, not so much a spin-off, but I don't know what you call it.
Reboot, sequel.
Not really a sequel either. Record of Lodos War also had an MMO. That's great. Record of Lodos War, Record of Lodos War, Next Generation. They did the Star Trek thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they just make a sequel series.
But yeah, no, they had a role-playing game in 1989, 91, 94. No, sorry, those are companions. 80, they had one in 89, 95, and 2018.
Oh, hey. That's actually not too far in the past.
Yeah, the 2018 is the 30th anniversary revised edition.
There we go then. So, well, we got our next tabletop RPG to play.
I guess at some point. I mean, we have one group. It'd just be about setting up people up.
Yep. Meanwhile, we got Overlord here, and now that we've dipped into the Japanese tabletop role-playing games, let's go ahead and watch someone pretending to be in one. Just going out for a walk.
Actually, I just had the Undertaker theme in my head. Dead man walking.
出かけるのか？
ああ、
金はあるのか？
ないが、いざとなれば相手も
持ってけ。
Wow,
悪いな。
that was a weird
書
animation.
いておく。
It's like he's like this, and he was.
Just slow setup for everyone, slowly getting their courses aligned.
His climb goes to the French embassy.
I think this is the guild, or is it just the tavern?
Yeah, it's just the flags hanging out up front where the French goes. Which I know, and it would point out, be like, actually, the French colors are the exact same as a lot of other countries, because a lot of other countries copied that color scheme to represent freedom.
Right. The tricolor basically is an incredibly popular flag design.
I mean, it's red, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Some might
Red,
say
white, and
those are
blue,
American
3 stripes,
colors.
you're done. And that's all you need for a flag. Nothing more. You're good.
Well, because, I mean, when you start doing weird shit, like, is it the Wales flag? That's like more like a banner, and then it's like, I don't know.
With like the double triangles.
I could have just said triangle, but I think banner is the... Well, no, because
Yeah.
banners can just be long and square, rectangular as well. But you know what I meant. The one with
Right.
the dragon on it.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, I
There's a
mean,
lot of interesting flags out there, and then there's also some terrible ones. Mostly those are state and city flags, which are
Yeah.
basically just like logos planted onto something.
Segue to a Sheldon Cooper clip.
So, this episode of Overlords, we're going to be talking about flags of the world while something inconsequential happens in the background.
My favorite is the Hanging Man. Says a lot about my country.
Penguin.
お久しぶりです。
They featured exactly once. There in the intro.
いかが
I think they come back later.
Oh,
but not for like that important.
Evil Eye, there we go.
I told you something like looking at stuff.
We were so off.
違います。ラナー様のところにアインドラ様が見えられまして、伝言を頼まれました。ラキウスに？はい。大至急動くことになりそうだ。即座に戦闘に入れるよう準備を整えておいてほしいとのことです。
おいおい、それっぽっちのためにご苦労なことだな。い
え、それとガゼフストロノウス様に
Climb, the perfect Aryan child. Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Gosh, I was just looking at his character. I'm just thinking his character like literally reminds me of like half of the cast out of like Attack on Titan, right? Which is more explicitly this weird fascist state post-genocide.
I was literally about to continue my horrible decision joke. And he said, just out of, I was thinking, Hitler Youth? Look, characters don't have a lot of defining traits in anime. They have clearly defined eyes and hair colors. Doesn't help.
I also love how
white.
Climb just gets shot down immediately. You don't got the talent for magic, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, these two are pretty strong, as we learn later on. Climb is supposed to be pretty good, but don't really recall ever seeing that proven.
Right. They've successfully said he's capped, he's peaked, he's like 12 years old or whatever, and he's already as strong as he'll ever be.
I think we heard that in another conversation. Possibly about Brian, or it was Climb, I can't remember.
It was with Gazif after the duel with Climb, and he was talking to like one of the random guards or whatever.
That's my problem, is I still had Gazif and Brian in my head from their previous conversations and the fact we just saw them together.
まずは魔法の知識を学べ。知識を増やせば魔法を行使する敵の狙いが理解できるだろう。そうすれば的確な行動も取れる。
はい。
There we go, suggesting just figure out what magic people are doing or what they're after instead of trying to become a wizard.
まあ、確かに人間という生物自体はさほど能力的に高いわけではないがな。実際、かの13英雄は人間以外の種族が多かった。
13
彼らのリーダ
heroes.
ーが持つ魔剣キリネイラムの元々の持ち主、暗黒騎士も悪魔との根血児だしな。
魔剣キリネイラムか。あのよ、力を解放すると一つの国を飲み込む漆黒のエネルギーが放射されるってマジなのか？
Annihilate a country with a sword swing. I'm sure that'll definitely happen.
I mean, given you that devastation would have to happen, I think you'd kill yourself at the same time.
Probably. I actually love that perspective of other characters like sneaking in onto other people's backstories and like trying to watch. And then commenting about it later.
だが私の命を削ってでも好きにはさせない。神聖なる戦乙女の指輪よ、我に加護を。
おい、ラキウス。大丈
夫だ、心配するな。
神官が呪いのアイテムに支配されるなんて恥ずかしかったのか。だいたいあの意味のないアーマーリングはファッションじゃなかったの。
Where she knew you were around to make it look like it was that.
It's all an elaborate ruse to reveal my backstory to others and make them think something different.
そういえば思い出した。3番目のアダマンタイト級冒険者チームがエランテルで生まれたらしいぞ。
何？そりゃ初耳だ。
The dash in the name is always throwing me off a little bit.
I know, right?
He ran tell, but what's the difference between a dash and a non-dash version? What if they were just the letter E, space, ran tell? Is that pronounced differently?
I guess it's just supposed to be you're supposed to pause.
That's what space does.
ギガントバジリスクの討伐。あとは強大な力を保有するヴァンパイアを倒したとも聞いているな。それと 何でも森の剣王をその力でねじ伏せ従わせているらしい。
そいつはすげえじゃねえか。
I mean, knowing how powerful these people actually are, I don't know why they're impressed with the wise king of the forest
石
thing.
化の視線や猛毒の体液を持つギガント
I guess they're now explaining that part at
回復手
least.
段なしじゃまず無理だな。
But it-
They're like, well, you'd have to be really, really prepared for all this stuff,
Well, she
right?
says it would be too much for me, but it literally would not be.
負けたりしません。はあ、高評価ありがとうよ。よし、寝るか。いえ、それはお断りします。だからお前は童貞なんだよ。
少し無駄話が過ぎたな。私たちはこれからラキウスの言葉に従って準備を開始する。
お願いします。クライム。はい。お前の腰のもん、いつもの武器じゃねえだろ。ええ、これは予備の剣です。何があるか知れねえんだ。
I mean, clearly he doesn't wear his best out of the castle.
あとは
Yeah, he's just like going into town on a random errand. He doesn't have to be like fully equipped and armed at all times, like most D&D crews decide to be.
Well, these adventurers are.
了解しました。
But Climb wears his best suit of armor at the palace, goes into town wearing his leathers.
Mhm.
ぶつかっただけであれじゃ死んでしまうよ。
Now you figure, if a dude's willing to beat on somebody for just bumping into them, if he also heard somebody in the crowd go, all he did was bump into him, that dude would get you in a backhand.
I do love how Brain like immediately notices Sebas before he's done anything. He's just like, who the hell is this person with determination?
もう一度言います。失せなさい。
Counterpunch.
Didn't even move.
まだやりますか。
You see a lot of that, Hajime no Ito, the counterpunch.
君大丈夫か。しっかりしろ。骨は折れていない。今薬をやるから。さ、飲めるか。
I want at least one character in an anime
クリでいい。
where you pull the stopper out with your teeth. Just go, ew, no, your mouth's been on that.
あの、
I don't think mosaic is the best building material.
すみません。
It's probably just a facade, is all.
何かご用ですか。あなたは一体。
私はクライムというもので、この国の兵士の一人です。
Selling yourself
本
short.
来であれば私の仕事を代わりにやっていただき、
Well, not really, 'cause he's not noble or anything, remember? That's what he gets mocked for at the palace, for being common
私は
blood.
これで。
お待ちください。もしよろしければ、先ほどの技を伝授してもらえないでしょうか。
どういう意
The
味
one
でし
where
ょ
I
う。
punched someone in the
私は
face?
より強くなれるよ。
Yeah, I can punch you in the face right now. How
あなた
about
の素晴ら
it?
しい動きを見て、その技術を少しでも教えてもらえればと思ってお願いしています。
では両手を見せてください。
はい。
Cue up the Ren and Stimpy. These are the hands
熱く
of a working man.
戦士の良い手ですね。
いえ、私など戦士の端くれ程度でしかありません。
謙遜しなくても良いと思いますが、次に剣を見せていただけますか。
はい。
Aha, I've disarmed you. That was that easy.
これは予備武器
See,
です。
that was your first mistake, kid. Now hand over your
ヘディングがで
cash.
きていますから。
これはお恥ずかしいところをお見せ
I've
し
seen
ま
that joke. I'm like, I think it was
なる
a
ほど。
parody
あ
of
なたの性格は
Whiplash.
大体つかめました。
Let me see your
戦士にとっ
instrument.
て手や武器
Okay.
はその人物
Rule
の
one:
鏡
never give away your
あな
instrument.
たは非常に好感が持てる方ですね。では質問させてください。なぜあなたは強くなりたいのですか。先ほどあなたは訓練をしてほしいと言いました。信頼はできると私はあなたを評価しておりますが、力を求める理由を知りたいのです。
We're saving that animation budget. See, if all I have to do is animate his jaw.
Zoom in on his still frame for at least 5 seconds, yeah.
I saw this on South Park. All I do is animate the bottom of their mouths.
す。男ですから。
ほう
Yeah, no, that's not a great reason.
どのような稽古をつけるか決めました。
ありがとうございます。
ただ申し訳ないですが、見たところあなたには才能がない。
That's right, I've heard that 3 times today already.
死ぬかもしれません。それはあなたの
If you're being disappointed by literally everyone else, at least someone is saying, well, you can, it's just a chance you might die.
覚悟はあります。お願いします。
死なない
Like
自信がある
Brian,
と。
our brain, has to step in at some point here.
了
But I
解
imagine he's eavesdropping.
では、
There we
There
go.
he is.
I knew he had
Called
to
it a
be
second ahead
somewhere.
of time.
武器を構えてください。
はい。
Well, because you know, he watched the other thing and then walked away. Because I just know at some point he's going to jump out and say, please train me too.
意識をしっかり持ってください。
You know, like your little brother if you get something special.
Go, what's gonna happen?
Said the only child.
Climb gets punched in half.
Let's look at the one punch thing, right? The giant fist shows up, the word dad across the screen.
男とはこの程度ですか。まだほんの前準備なんですがね。
Just imagine, you find just this random butler in the street, and then he just exerts demonic force everywhere.
Quite literally 1/10 of the coolness of a Hajime no Ippo punch.
He still moved his head out of the way.
I don't think he did.
おめでとうござ
He
いま
did.
す。
It looked like he was just aiming over his shoulder.
はどうですか。ショック死しなくてよかったですよ。
That he was just testing
ある
him.
んです。
That he was just testing him to see if he passed out.
生命を維持することを諦めてしまうことが。
失礼ですが、あなたは何者なんですか。あなたは一体。
単に腕に自信があるだけの老人に過ぎません。今はね。
If he said he was a butler, I was going to question the fact that there are a lot of anime where the butler is stronger than the person they serve.
お知り合いですか。
いいえ。なるほど。あなたの知り合いでもないのですか。
Come on, rush in and beg.
私の名前はブレイン・アングラウスと申します。お二方の邪魔をしてしまったことを重ねてお詫びさせてください。
お名前は王国戦士長と互角の戦いをした戦士と聞いております。
それでどのようなご用件ですか。
Brain's just like, oh yeah, I'm just hanging out at his house now.
なぜ君はあの殺気を前に立っていられたんだ。聞きたいんだ。
I mean, to be fair,
常人の耐えられる領域を
Brain
超え
didn't
ていた。
fall over.
俺、
Brain just ran away.
私
But you're still
たち
being
の
on your
耐えきれない
feet.
ほどのものだった。にもかかわらず
Right, but he's dealing with like his own like confidence being completely shattered.
あれほどのことが。
わかりません。ですが、もしかすると主人のことを考えていたからかもしれません。
主人。
はい、私が仕えているお方のことを考えたら頑張れました。
Imagine sharing a moment
アングラウ
of
ス様。
air quotes strength
彼
about
には
having
恐
not
怖を乗り越えるだけの
fallen
注意が
over
あったということですね。人は大切なもののためであれば信じられない力を発揮することができます。
for anybody else in the
それ
street.
が人の
They
強
just
さだ
watched a butler
私は思って
punch
おり
over
ま
a
す。
dude's shoulder,
他
and
に
then
い
two
る上
guys
に何かがあれば
celebrating the fact that the one guy
あなたが
didn't
考える
fall
自分を超えた力を
over.
発揮することができるでしょう。
私には捨ててしまったものばかりですね。
大丈夫です。才能のない私にだってできたんです。アングラウス様であれば必ずできます。
君は優しく、そして強いんだな。ありがとう。本当に俺は。
アングラウス様。
呼び捨てで結構です。あなたほどの方に警鐘をつけてもらうようなものではありません。
では私もセバスと呼んでいただけると幸いです。それではアングラウス君、クライム君と共にすぐにここ
Does he
から離れていただ
recognize the
け
name?
ますでしょうか。
Well,
Undoubtedly, they must have like written down at some point. It's like, oh yeah, after our vampire went on a killing spree, one person got away. He was this name, and put that in the report, right?
Well, I mean, it was never mentioned. She's literally never talked about the bandit gang. Because, you know, there was like more important shit that happened right after.
True. They may have just completely missed that detail at some point, and she does seem the type to just kind of forget about it.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it was just a dude that ran away. To her, he was nothing.
それではあちらの3人は私が相手をしますので、こちらのお二人の相手をしていただけますか？はい。さて残念ですが、皆さんには私の相手をしていただきます。この方たちに浮気をしないでいただけますか？
すごいですね。
ああ。セバス様こそ王国最強
I could do that too.
俺は納得するぞ。
ストロノーフ様よりもですか？
And he'll do it again.
Let's do that epic rap battles thing. Catching bullets with your skull.
君は右のやつだ。
It's a lyric from Abraham Lincoln.
さて、すまないが俺のブランクを埋めるための人柱になってくれ。
そうだったのですか。
Seb is just like, I'm learning the other players' backstories.
ならばちょうど良いかもしれません。錆落としをするにはもってこいの相手です。
It's a tabletop moment where you beat your guy in the first round and then wait for the next 10 rounds for everyone else to finish.
Yup. Wow, way to cheat.
大喜利は大切な感情です。ですがそれに縛られてはいけません。肉体能力で負けているのであれば心で勝ちなさい。時に精神は肉体を凌駕する時があります。
But typically in an academic setting,
ラナー様、
not so much in a fight.
私が立派に戦ったとお伝えください。武器斬撃
Didn't even cut through the armor. Looks like you Vulcan neck pinched him with your sword.
Yeah, still crushed him. And Brian's just like, yeah, no, I'm fine.
屋敷からつけてきたところを見ると、サキュロンとの手下といったところでしょうかね。
何をされたのですか？
I know Succulent had mind control. Wait, never mind, that's the other person. I was thinking of Solution, which is... Wait a second, I remember Solution betraying him this badly.
8本指って王国じゃかなりでかい犯罪結社だよな。
そうですね。サキュロンとの名前は聞いたことがあります。アダマンタイト級の実力がある6腕の一人とか。
それでセバス様はこれからどうされるのですか？
決意が固まり
Yeah, might as well go pay them a visit.
問題源となっている場所を潰してきます。話ではサキュロンともそこにいるようですし、火の粉はさっさと払うべきでしょう。お二人はこの連中を詰め所まで。
Certainly, destroying a criminal organization said to be able to keep down an entire nation will bring no attention whatsoever.
アングラウス君はまだ大丈夫だと思いますが、あなたには少々危険かもしれませんよ。
危ないからと目をつむっていては、主人に仕える価値のない男だと証明してしまいます。
覚悟はしているんですね。わかりました。ならばこれ以上言うことはないでしょう。ではお二方、力をお貸しください。
Surprised more people aren't like, what are you wearing? That's a modern ass suit. No one else is dressed that way.
I think it looks normal enough to fit in with everyone else.
No. Do you see all the other people on the street? You see every other noble that we've seen before? They're all dressed, God, what, 1300s. This dude's in a modern-ass suit. Those don't exist.
Right. Same thing with like all the maid outfits too, but I think at least it is subtle enough to fit in. It is a different weird fashion, but it is plain and normal.
Name
People could say
Griff.
he's probably rich, but he chose something relatively simple looking.
Griff, name one other character in the show that's wearing a tie.
Oh, the tie? Yeah, no, those won't be invented for a while, will they?
Every part of his outfit won't be invented. Okay, obviously not the shirt, but you know what I'm saying. Nobody else is wearing shit like him.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, he's wearing shit in colors that are expensive to make.
No, black isn't hard to make.
Black is an expensive dye.
You could definitely do black.
I didn't say you couldn't do black. I said black is an expensive dye.
Like, blue and indigo. For sure, but... Well, no one in the show calls them out on it, so I guess they don't care.
Black dye was the hardest and most expensive of all to make. This is during the medieval era.
Which just makes me wonder, where did Brain get the navy shirt?
That's the problem of anime, we need colors, so we don't...
He's got blue hair, but that's just anime hair color. That's fine, he doesn't dye it. It's natural.
I mean, they're also in a fantasy world we know nothing about. What if the Aryans of this world
Oh god, no.
are actually all blue-haired, brown-eyed? We don't talk about it, I don't bring it up because I'm ashamed of the history of what my people have done. But, technically, I am a superior race.
Oh my god.
I actually don't know where the blonde hair, blue eye thing comes from, given that the original Aryan people are Persian.
They made it up. In the words of Senator Armstrong, my sources, I made it the fuck up.
Well, yeah, but somebody had to make it up still. As I said, I don't know where it comes from. Not, I don't know about the factual basis of
Weird-ass race science, that's the
superior...
answer.
Yeah.
But about the show.
Well, but it started from the show.
Yeah, but what part were you most interested in the show today, Theta?
I feel like you're talking to the commenters. Like, what do I say to the commenters now? I'll just apply that to Theta. Counterpunch. It reminded me of a vastly superior anime.
Hey, there you go.
Called Hajime no Ippo. It is the best sports anime to have ever existed. And it's also about boxing.
There you go. Go watch that next, everyone.
No,
Let's see.
Go watch one of our other reactions next, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You're not good at this, Griff.
But honestly, I probably have to agree, that was like the most exciting part of the episode right there. Like, aside from that, it really was just a lot of setup and, like, light character development, right?
I mean, they're all doing stuff you expect. Even if I hadn't seen all this already, I could have pointed out that Brain was going to just jump out, or that he was hidden there.
Yeah, that was very instantaneous calling it right there.
Well,
but he had to get involved at some point.
He was at the start of the episode, right? Which, with not enough time for any real development, so you're going to see him later. I don't know if there's a name for that in narrative writing.
Chekhov's gun?
No, Chekhov's gun is that you saw... I guess, technically, if there was a Chekhov's gun, it would have been the bag of money.
Mm-hmm.
But that never got used, so that was a false Chekhov's gun. No, I'm talking about the person, and that's not a Chekhov's gun.
Mm-hmm.
But, so we know that we're going to see him later, because you don't introduce somebody unless they have some sort of development to be had in the next 24 minutes. So we know he's going to show up. Now, we've also seen him witness Sebas doing something. Now, he just walked away from that. Now we also know he's going through some shit, so either he's going to walk away from that and get drunk with the money, making it then Chekhov's gun, but the shittiest Chekhov's gun ever, or he's gonna show up in this scene where one character is already trying to get past the same thing to a lesser extent.
Yeah.
So you could easily
In the
read
end, he had to be placed here just so we get the conclusion of his arc somehow. Because like he's been on that depression arc for a little bit, and now he's resolved it. Whereas the rest of this episode was building up what Climb is about, and how he's gonna solve it.
Slight eye roll.
This was his
because-
journey, I guess.
Slight eye roll because I don't think Brain ever reaches any conclusion to his story.
Well, I mean, here at least he reaches a conclusion to the initial arc of it.
Not even.
He's
not there. He hasn't reached a conclusion. He hasn't gained anything. He hasn't lost the bits that have come from his trauma. He's still literally the brain that got money thrown at him at the beginning of the episode. We haven't reached the end of...
But he had the whole talk with Climb about why are you so brave, and now he feels braver too, and he's going to start fighting people with the sword again. He's advanced as a character.
He
did a thing.
He has not advanced. At best, he's reached some sort of realization via saying the thing out loud. But that is just saying the thing out loud. He has actualized the thing that we, the viewer, already knew, which is to say, nothing has changed.
Well, we'll have to see when he appears next time.
I say, if I write a resume for a job, right, and then I tell somebody that I'm going to go get a job, nothing has changed. Now, actualization will happen when I go turn in that resume at a job, whether I get the job or not. That is actionable. That is resolution. But
I don't know, I'd say like writing that resume is already half the battle right there.
Well, no. Well, I'm saying,
Anyway.
I'm saying that is not actionable towards a change. That is still just subtext. The change is getting the job or not getting the job. That is the next step of an arc.
So, next time on Overlord, Brain is going to join up at the McDonald's and get a job. And what was actually in the next time? I think they said that they're just literally going to do the fight.
If I had to guess,
yeah,
some sort of soaring sparks of fire.
There we go. Yeah, they go out, they do the fight, and I believe this starts basically the series of events that leads to the finale. This is a conclusion to basically all the finger stuff for the moment, but more stuff happens afterwards because of it.
Well, I mean, there's only 3
basically
more
in terms
after
of
this
cover
run, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of Seamus's chickens come back to roost here.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember how the solution thing comes up. Or resolves, rather.
I don't remember the specifics of it, but I will say the finale is because of everything that Sebas has done up until now.
Well, I mean, I know it resolves well, because he's in next season.
Well, yeah, obviously.
He doesn't go rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. He doesn't go rogue-er.
Mm-hmm. Alright, but I think for now, that's going to be enough for Overlord for today. I'm Griffin, everyone. That's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?